Coming up, bounty from the sea. From salmon.
How many more you need?
To a never-before harvest of a stray gray whale that made its way up the Kuskokwim.
Here in the Delta. Wow.
To creatures both great and small.
Close to 50 shrimp in this bucket.
Ahead, bounty is boundless as the sea, how it shapes the Alaskan experience.
Sponsorship for Frontiers with Rhonda McBride is provided by your local Alaska Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Alaska, where there are old triumphs, but also new frontiers. With challenges as great as the state itself, but a belief the best is yet to come. Bringing you the faces, the places, and the spirit of the last frontier. This is Frontiers with Rhonda McBride.
Welcome to Frontiers. It is the summer in which we Alaskans experience the bounty of the sea, like no place else in our country. At Lake Clark in Bristol Bay, a massive migration of sockeyes has been underway. We followed the red salmon on the last leg of their long journey home on the Newhalen River deep within Lake Clark National Park and Preserve.
Chinook would like to open the float plan as filed.
Dan Young heads out from Lake Clark to follow the salmon.
I think I know something and then I learn something new every day.
That's the best kind of job, isn't it?
It is a great job to have.
A job he's had with the National Park Service for almost 20 years, one he never gets tired of.
I think it's one of the most special places on the planet.
There's the beauty of the land. Dan calls it one of the most intact ecosystems you'll find. But there's something else.
What is it that makes you love this place so much?
I would say it's the people.
This time of the year, you'll find them in fish camps along this river, where one cycle ends and another is about to begin. When salmon give themselves back to the waters from whence they came.
This Newhalen River. There's nothing like it. You'll find it nowhere else.
Like the salmon, there is a homing instinct that draws the people of Nondalton here every summer, even if they've moved away, like Carolyn Finney.
We've been doing it ever since I can remember. We save the fish eggs, we put it in salt, and we use it in the winter time to fish for trout.
For her birthday, Carolyn's family gave her a trip home, the source of her strength and identity.
People don't realize how important this is to us and how, sacred and rewarding. We thrive for this. We live off of this.
The grass helps to keep a grip on the slippery salmon, know-how passed down across the generations.
My dad used to cut it like this. He used to cut it right here, so you could put your thumb and get a better grip.
And now here at this camp, the world of tradition.
This is a male.
521 for MEH.
Meets the world of science. Park Service staffers measure the fish and take samples of the bones inside their ears to determine their age, information that can help protect future runs. Downstream from the camp, there's a fish counting station run by groups of interns who rotate through the summer.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Dan says his interns get real-life outdoors experience.
Let's get some of the food.
And along with the groceries, Dan brings years of knowledge.
You want to come inside our cabin?
The locals built this cabin because they felt sorry for the interns who had to do all of their work in tents. Now they have a place to cook and eat and do things like study fish ear bones. The young people get a chance to enjoy the wilderness, to appreciate all that it takes to rear a healthy run of salmon. Do you think you want to go into fisheries?
I think I might.
Brianne Hunt's family is originally from Kotlik on the Yukon River, where salmon is also important.
The fish here provides for families in like Nondalton, Newhalen, Iliamnans, and places like that.
Now there's a hunger not just for the fish, but for knowledge.
The more days I get into counting, the more I want to know about them. Like, what is it going to slow down? Is it going to stay like this? Is there going to be another peak?
Questions this silty river can answer to those who are patient.
Right now we're going over to the left bank on the Newhalen River and look at one of our counting towers.
The towers count an average of 370,000 sockeyes a year, the same methods used since the counts began in the 1950s.
I like sharing this with kind of like a new crop of people. They get excited about science.
Dan believes small steps can lead to big things. One of the fish counters we are about to meet started out as an intern and is now a paid staffer.
Is the turbidity a little worse because of the rain?
They were a lot harder to see this morning because it was raining really hard. But now it's cleared up quite a bit. At this point, they're so close to their spawning grounds. I think that's all they're thinking about is getting there and spawning and dying.
Soon, the salmon will turn a deep red, grow snouts and teeth, longer and sharper than sockeyes from other places. In fact, Lake Clark salmon are uniquely adapted to the glacial meltwater that feeds their spawning streams, once thought to discourage reproduction. But scientists have learned that the fish wait until the weather cools and the silt settles down before they venture into those waters. For these interns, the summer will soon be over, along with the salmon's journey, in which some have given themselves up to feed others, while the rest have returned to feed the future. Another look at how Alaskans across the state depend on bounty from the sea. This is a photo of the Tina, taken by Roy Corral on an assignment for the Chugach Alaska Corporation. Galen Meyer owns her. He's a third-generation seiner of Tlingit descent. He and his crew members, Misa Weber, Kelsey Kirkland, and Colin Hanlon have been busy chasing silver salmon, but are shown here scooping up a net full of pinks in East Simpson Bay near Cordova. And thanks again to Roy Corral for sharing his work with us on Frontiers. Well, up next, the strange tale of a gray whale, the likes of which have never been seen before on the Kuskokwim River.
It kind of tasted like walrus.
The whale was hunted, harvested, and shared, but questions linger about whether this was the right thing to do.